Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, and just to mention, for those of you that have asked, yes, I promise you the year ahead stuff is coming. It's just late and delayed. I really do apologise, but I promise you they will be coming soon enough, all right? So stay tuned. Your key to the week this week is the Star card. Hope, joy, happiness and trust in the universe, and also an easier time of it. If you've had some rocky moments, right? If you've felt, and I know some of the weeklies actually have, for you guys, have been a little bit hairy. So it does suggest that things are going to start to ease up. And well, I will say at least this week, things are a lot easier and smoother. But in all of these different areas of your life, you are about to get sort of a glimpse, like a little peek into the future of how things can be or how things can go. The Star card is always a positive energy. The only time I see this really represent a negative is sometimes if somebody's being like way too trusting. But even still, I love this. There's a truth and a faith to this card that shows up. Now, for your actions and options, you have the Page of Swords. So, whatever you are working on over the course of this week, it stretches right the way through to Aquarius season, right? So whatever you're working on, whatever you're pushing towards, whatever you are trying to get off the ground or forging forging ideas with, this is going to go right the way into Aquarius season, and that's when you're going to start to see the results, the goodies, or the results of what you're working on. Now, that Page of Swords, in terms of your actions, it does suggest that whatever you're doing at the moment, it's expending a lot of brain power. Now, this is you anyway, but for some of you, it looks like you're looking for new contracts, or you're maybe seeking out new partnerships or connections or collaborations. In terms of the options that are available to you, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are having interviews this week. Now, it doesn't just have to be for employment. This could be that somebody stops you in the street and says, or maybe one of your kids comes home from school and says, they want to employ, they want to interview parents that do this for work. There's something this week where your opinions, you voicing your opinion you'll be invited to this. For some of you, this could be a radio station says to you, like, we heard about what you do. Are you interested in coming on to talk about it? So this could be really nice. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful card. This is some kind of good news, some kind of luck or moment of success that finds you this week. Now, that interview for a lot of you has the potential to be one that is either international, so it could be over Zoom, Skype, etc. This could bode very, very well. The Wheel of Fortune sometimes sees you in the right place at the right time. And because you've got this in your communications, this could be like, so I always tell this story, but I love it as an illustration of how the Wheel of Fortune can show up at times. There was, years ago, it's got to be a good 10 years ago now. Years ago, there was a competition live on the radio, right? And basically this guy, the competition was, if you show up at this place, there's a secret gig, like there's this artist that's doing a super intimate secret gig. You're going to get to meet them, you're going to get signed merch, all of that good stuff, right? But you had to be listening to the show to find out where the location was, and you had to be in London at the time because it was somewhere in London, and you had to work out where it was, right? Well, this guy was literally just walking down the street and sees these people like, oh my God, we found it. Like, and they were obviously super excited. And he was just like, okay, whatever. So he was like, I'm just going to follow them. All right. So he follows them to the venue, goes in. They say, yeah, you found us. Welcome in. And when they were talking to people to say like, oh, how do you feel? You know, what was the clue that gave it away? And he was like, I didn't have any clue that gave it anything away. Like, this is what happened and this is how I turned up here. Like, right place at the right time. This is a communication this week that literally puts you in the right place at the right time. It might even be that some of you see a job advert and you phone up or you send an email and they say, oh my gosh, yeah, we were literally just about to close the the application process. Do you still want to apply? It could be that, you know, they say, actually, you know what, we had no candidates for that job that that were successful, so we're about to run it again. Are you interested? Yes, I absolutely bloody am, right? Like, be open to the little synchronistic moments this week, because there could be one that shows up this week that just really makes you smile. For those of you that are sorry for the massive detour and sojourn, but you guys know how I am by now. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could actually be some kind of competition that you win. It could also be some kind of long-term support. It could be a teacher or a guru says, look, I am offering, to read and support one person with their dissertation, or, whatever it is, or maybe there's some kind of money up for grabs. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be a big project that comes in that potentially puts your name on the map or in the mouths of the right sorts of people. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, this is an international client, potentially a big fish client as well that comes in that you could be like, wow, like, I can't believe this is happening. When it comes to your those of you that are retired and no longer working, this I actually feel is going to happen to those of you that are already traveling. It's like you're traveling, maybe this week you just get upgraded. They say, actually, you know what, the plane's basically empty. Do you want to sit in first class? Like, do you really need to ask? I love this for you guys. I think it's going to be a great week. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Ace of Swords. For those of you that are single, for those of you specifically that have someone but you're not really sure what you are, whether you're going ahead with it, you will make that final decision this week. I think by the end of the week, a lot of you that are single will no longer be single, especially if there's someone that you've already kind of been, we've been trying to figure out what we are to each other and if we're going to make it official or whatnot. This is you making it official. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a contract, some kind of contractual idea or agreement, potentially even some kind of intellectual property. You have some really good news that shows up as a result of this or because of it. I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. I like this for you. All right. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. This, if there were ever a week for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, this be it. Okay. This is the week to get out of your head, get into your body, and enjoy what the money that you have hard earned made can do for you. All right. Like, I love this, especially with the Star card as well. I kind of feel like for a lot of you, this is a glimpse at what life is going to be like for you once you kind of get to where you're going. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, watch the digestion this week, all right? Whatever you're eating, just be mindful of that. Like, this is also not a good week to be super experimental with food. I'm just going to put that out there. Enjoy your food, try things, but like, this is not the week to say like, oh, actually, I think I'm going to eat, a cheese and orange pie. Do you know what? Everyone knows that's not a good combination anyway, right? But it's not a week to do that kind of thing. It's also possible as well that maybe, it might be that an electrical appliance that you use for cooking could go on the blink or does need to be looked at or repaired. It looks like you catch it early though, which means for a lot of you, it's probably still under warranty, which means you get like a free replacement. Listen, if it ain't broken, if it is broken, it's under warranty and you can get it fixed for free, get it fixed. For those of you, and then when it comes to your home and environment, this will be you working on the outside or the external aesthetics of your home. So, I mean, again, this could actually be very nice, but it does look like you are potentially, yeah, it looks like there's some work to do on the external aspects. So maybe the garden, maybe the garden gate, like, all the external or outer things. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up, because it looks like you're going to have an amazing week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.